Good morning, Creative Worship friends. Today, Friday, we have a new release. Did some digital art by Jennifer Nielsen. And I just wanted to show you, I finally got a new printer, so that's one thing that I can finally print these beautiful items out. But I wanted to show you what I do to prep is I go ahead and cut out everything so that I have it available. I also do that with the new stamp sets. I get the stamp set, especially when it's sentiments, and I just go ahead and I stamp out everything. That way, I have sentiments, I have tags, I have everything ready to go, and then when I create, I just grab my little bucket of goodies and I can go. So I wanted to show you last night, I spent a lot of time fussy cutting everything, but I've been getting questions lately on my fussy cutting, and so I just want to show you, first of all, this is what I use. A very old pair of Fiskars. These are just tragically old. I probably had them 20 years. But one thing that helps when you're fussy cutting, especially if you're doing a lot, is to have something that's spring-loaded. That really helps with hand fatigue. You want a really sharp tip there. I don't know if it's kind of fuzzy. If I go back down a little bit. Anyways, you want a sharp tip. And then, so for this one, I've already fussy cut, but I wanted to show you, I would like to cut the inside out. So I go ahead and use a hole punch. See that? And I punch some holes so that I can get in there. And then I will start. And when you're fussy cutting, the thing that you want to do is you want to turn the paper, not turn your scissors. So you want to use your hand. Sorry, let me go ahead and get this piece out so I can show that much better. There we go. So you want to use your hand to turn the paper. And so I just use my hand here and I turn. And then I'll come back in over here. And I'm not going to make you watch me fussy cut this whole thing, but this is how I do it. Use my hand. And then I'll come back in to get some of these closer areas that are going to be a lot more delicate. But again, oops, I just realized I'm off the screen here. So let me come back up here. And you want to turn the paper, not your scissors. So typically what I would do here, though, is I would go ahead and get a lot of this excess out, and that way it'll make it easier for me to get in there. And so again, put your scissors and turn. Use your other hand to turn the cardstock or whatever it is that you're fussy cutting, whether it's collage images. You're going to get a much steadier, straighter cut. You can get closer. This one is going to take a while just because of the number of leaves that I have to go in and around, but that is essentially all I do. Turn, use your hand to turn. Sorry about the focus. I'm trying to hold it in steady here, but really, this is the main thing I wanted to show you is that. And then the other thing that I have found is, okay, so you can see how close I'm getting there. And I will come back in and actually fine tune that and get it a little closer. As you can see with some of these pieces here, how closely I've gotten. And here. And then in order to get the space between this, it's okay to go ahead and cut right there. Because when you adhere that down, you're not going to see that space. If you don't want to cut those and you don't want to really fine tune the edges, one thing that I find that helps, and it helps those edges to disappear, the little bit of white that's left, is to take some, I use antique linen, this one works the best for me, distress ink. Get up and then I just go right along the edges. And that helps your white edges to blend in, and you just don't see them. as much, and especially if you're going to add this to a background. Which also in this digital release, there are some background pages. I just haven't printed them yet. I wanted to spend my evening hours last night just fussy cutting. And I don't have to fussy cut background pages. So that's all I do, is add just that little bit of color on the edges, and it helps to take your white cut away where you didn't get close enough, or where you think you didn't get close enough, which then gives the appearance that you cut a lot closer than you did. So I'll show you, not on this one, sorry, I picked up the wrong flat. I'm going to show you again on this one. You can see I have some white edges. I'll just take the ink, just come along those edges there. And it takes your white away. So then it just appears like you got really close fussy cutting. So that's all I wanted to share with you today, was just a little tip on how to fussy cut. Turn the paper, not your scissors. Spring-loaded is your friend, especially when you're doing a lot. And then really sharp tips, and it really helps. I don't know if I can get close enough to this without it blurring. Oh, I'll put my hand there, it does. If the tips cross, just the slightest bit of crossover for those tips, so you can get into those little tight edges. If you have any questions, let me know, and please share your creations with this beautiful digital package here that Jennifer Nielsen designed. So there's a lot of fun stuff in there. This is you get 2 pages of really pretty items. So thanks for watching.